My name is Louise Steenekamp and I'm the Public Relations or PR Coordinator for Mensa South Africa. This video is for my submission to join Mensa's 2012 LEAP program and gives a brief overview of some of the Mensa projects I've been involved with over the last 18 months. I took on the PR role towards the end of 2010 after our national committee had announced at our annual gathering that year that they needed a volunteer. I'd personally been very frustrated with our limited online exposure. We had a Facebook page and one or two unofficial online discussion groups, but our website hadn't been updated in years, and subsequently the information on it was quite outdated. Having spent most of my working life in the IT environment and being actively involved in social media and all things interactive and online, I ended up spending more time interacting with the online Mensa community worldwide than I spent with Mensans in South Africa. Naturally, when I heard a volunteer was needed, I literally jumped at the opportunity. I immediately started working on a strategy and decided that the best way forward was to get in touch with Mensans around the globe who were working on marketing and PR. I also believed that the best place to find such people, or at least people who could put me in touch with the right resources, would be at the International Board of Directors meeting, or IBD as it's generally referred to, which was only a few weeks away. I promptly registered, booked my flights and accommodation, and off I went to Auckland to attend the IBD. There I was privileged enough to meet some phenomenal people and to participate in some of the discussions around marketing and PR. I was pleased to find out that not only was it a big focus area in Mensa at the time, but that many of our challenges were very similar and our approaches aligned. I even got to share our own PR strategy with other Mensas and was very grateful for the feedback and input I received, especially from those who were much further down the road in terms of marketing and PR. Upon my return, and with the assistance of some of the leaders in Mensa South Africa, we started implementing our strategy. Pretty soon, we had a LinkedIn group, new blog, Google Calendar and Twitter account. On the 1st of April 2011, we went live with a brand new website. The irony of going live on April Fool's Day was simply irresistible. Go live was 1 second after midnight, and by 2 a.m. we'd already received a couple of questions and comments. It was as if the entire Mensa community in South Africa had been waiting for this, and the response was heartwarming. This newfound energy helped us grow our membership to over 1,000 members for the first time ever, and even motivated some former members who had lost interest and whose membership had expired to rejoin. To date, the website has been a tremendous success, and it continues to act as a portal for communication between members, staying up to date with events, and even acts as a marketing channel for people, companies and projects that we believe have objectives aligned with our own. It's also been quite successful in facilitating queries received from prospective members all over the country, including some very remote areas. We also received permission from Mensa Holland to publish a version of their online test on our own website, which had been translated into English and was also being used by Mensa New Zealand. I don't think I need to explain the value of the online test on our website. It's been hugely successful in getting more people to take the real test, as they feel much more confident once they've obtained a good score on the online test. The next project underway is to migrate our member database to an online environment where members can maintain their own details such as contact details and interests. The online database will also act as a source of information for national and regional committee members and leaders of special interest groups to set up distribution lists, engage with resources for specific projects, and so forth. I believe this newfound energy, combined with the availability of accurate information, assisted us in hosting a very successful 65th birthday event on 1 October 2011. Not only was the event itself hugely successful, but the spin-offs from it are still paying off for the various parties involved. We engaged with schools for gifted children and organizations specializing in teaching children science and mathematics skills. Getting these specific parties together was a success in itself, as it resulted in new networks and partnerships forming, including that the science program involved is now being presented at one of the gifted schools as part of their elective curriculum. The timing also couldn't have been better, as we were contacted by a company who was gathering footage for a local television show and who had gotten word of our event. It's a 6-part series called Whiz Kids of Mzansi, and it focuses firstly on how to identify gifted children, and secondly how to deal with giftedness in children, what resources are available in the country, etc. The television crew attended our event and used it to gain additional footage in the form of filming some of our talks and interviewing a few of the attendees. A few weeks later, after our birthday event, we were contacted by another television show for new parents called Great Expectations, and our national supervisory psychologist went on air in an episode where the topic was intelligence amongst children, with a specific focus on giftedness. Again, as so often happens, the true value is not limited to specific events, but also extends to the sequence of events that they kick off. Since the start, Whiz Kids of Mzansi, the television crew has identified a number of children to send through for testing. Some of our greatest future leaders may be amongst them. It's been an immensely fulfilling project, which will hopefully continue to grow in coming years, and I feel blessed to have been a part of it. Even though my initial role in this case was only to coordinate the birthday event and facilitate the process of gathering the right stakeholders. We all love puzzles of some kind, and for me there's no greater reward than getting the right people together to complete the proverbial big picture and seeing the synergy unfold. I'm also very passionate about South Africa, and I believe that it's a fantastic place for such a program. One thing about living in a country where things don't always run smoothly is that there are endless opportunities to make a huge difference, and it's simply awesome for Mensa to be part of such positive change. In closing, I've received a tremendous amount of support and guidance from Mensa South Africa's National Committee in various ways since taking on the PR role, and I feel privileged to also have their support in my LEAP application. I'm extremely excited at the prospect of participating in this amazing program. I believe that I have a lot to share from my own experience and from the collective experience of our member community, and I look forward to learning from other Mensa members, and mostly to bring all those learnings back to my own country and sharing them with fellow members of Mensa South Africa so that we can fast track the journey to greatness that we're already on.